Live from Camp Brightside in Georgetown, Texas, this is the Eagle Nation Coaches Show with head coach Chuck Griffin. Camp Brightside, located at 8701 Rural Route 2338 or Williams Drive in Georgetown, Texas, is the host of this year's show. And now, here's the voice of your Georgetown Eagles, Wally Harmon.
Georgetown Eagle Nation Coaches Show from Georgetown High School. It is a Thursday night week, the only Thursday night game we have this season. It'll be tomorrow night at Killeen Chaparral against the Bobcats, and it's on Wednesday night of that week. We come trackside and to the JV performing here. It's the current game going on in the fourth quarter, and then the second JV game will start here shortly thereafter. And so Coach can be out here with his troops and keep an eye on the games and what's going on. And so myself, David England are here today, and man, I tell you what, it's always fun to come back after a win and a big opener win in district play, 58-27 over the Lions. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Revenge was returned.
Right.
To the Lions.
After traveling to their house last year and coming away with a little disappointing loss in the first district game, it's nice to get the 1-0 in district and get that out of the way. And this is a fun coaches show, Wally. You know, we're out here at the JV field and getting to be outside. You know, we love Camp Brightside. Shout out to them. But this is kind of a fun atmosphere out here. Get to watch some football and do a coaches show.
And we still will have the Camp Brightside advertisement playing in the on the stream. They are the sponsor of it tonight. They just get the night off as well
Right.
From the coaches show. But the only one this year, usually when we have the Leander teams on the road, we end up with 2 or 3 games on Thursday nights. This year, the only one is this one in Killeen this week, and then we'll be back on the regular schedule Friday night football for the rest of the season. And so, but a big win against Leander. Yeah, the team came out of the bye, and what a good week it was, and a lot of good things happened on that football field. Some things to work on that we had talked with Coach about. There's always things you can improve on, but when you have a game like that where you win it by 31 points, hey, we'll find things to work on. That's great, but what a win there to start the district play the way you wanted to before you go on the road against Chaparral tomorrow night.
Absolutely. You know, a great crowd at Berkelback the other night. We had, you know, all the middle school kids, the band and all that, and it was Go Gold. You know, so a lot of special stuff going on last week. And to get that first, you know, Coach always says 1-0, you know, but it's to start off like that in district, that's exactly what, and it's got to be one of those bookmarks that they have for the season. Of course, the final one is to win state, but get that first 1-0 in district, and it's a good start.
Now as we go towards Killeen Chaparral, we'll figure it out here in a minute. It's of course the night that it's going to happen on. As we go towards week 2, Chaparral coming off a tough loss to Cedar Park, and now they've got things to work on coming out of their non-district season at 2-1, and so it'll be fun to watch what Coach McRae brings out in the changes that he may bring about, or things you're going to see. We saw new wrinkles out of Georgetown that we hadn't seen that came for district season, and good things. Saw some players and saw some names that you may not see on a regular basis. Bratton had a great game. We saw the speed of the young sophomore. Regan Terosian, we'll talk to him in a little bit. A beautiful catch across the middle. Caleb McDougall had a great game. Jet Walker, another performance. And then this defense played well. They attacked the ball, and this Leander team kept them uncomfortable most of the night. And so it was a big win and a good win for Georgetown on the start of district. And now we go on the road for week 2 before coming back home. And then it's a run of home games, technically, at Georgetown Independent Athletic School, or Athletic
Berkelback
Field, because we're going to play at home against Rouse next Friday, and then we'll be the visitors against Eastview on the 17th, and then back home on the 24th against Glenn. So a lot of familiarity with the field and the conditions. Just one game being on the flip side of the field against Eastview back on the 17th. But a nice break for the kids. It's a nice 3-week run right there that you're in your home facility for a 3-week run, and a lot of opportunity to kind of settle in and not have to do the travel.
Yeah, and you've got a short week this week, but you've got one extra day next week, which is nice to get ready for that. And, it's great to be home for 3 games in a row. So don't just watch us on YouTube. Come on out to the stadium and be loud on defense. That's one thing I want is everybody just needs to come out here, pack that stadium. I think we've got 11,000 seating capacity. It should be full. So come on out and then watch the game on Saturday morning.
Exactly. Enjoy it before we lock it down for the week. But one thing that I think stuck out a lot for me against Leander was the intensity of the team. You come out of the break from last year, you just didn't. We came out with a different air and got punched in the face by Leander, and it was a tough game. We battled in it, but came up short. The intensity from the walkout through the walk back to the locker room after the game was just different, and you love to see that coming out of that break, but ready to fire off against Leander. How do you keep that momentum and that intensity going? Maybe it's the feeling of that win and what they can do and propel off of that. Well,
and also it helps having the feeling of that loss in non-district to Belton. That helps a lot getting that out of the way so that you've tasted some humility and you've got Leander, and now you're going forward in district with a little bit of an advantage. So I think it was good getting that out of the way, and we've talked about that a few times, and now we're expecting good things. But a lot of intensity, a lot of excitement. The offense was running around all over the place. We got to see some new players that we hadn't seen before, and new wrinkles, and that was a lot of fun. But it's always fun. You always wonder how the opposing team is even going to be able to stop Georgetown's offense with 3 incredible running backs, incredible wide receivers, great quarterback. It's just hard. And then the offensive line. So,
And the offensive line continuing to do good things, opening up the holes. But and that's a fun thing to a good problem to have when you have the running back room we have behind Jet Walker. When you come in with Western Stewart and then you come in with Zach Guyton, it's 3 different looks, but it's 3 different running backs that all have that potential to make things happen, to open it up and take it off and run away with it.
They don't like the sideline.
No.
They won't run out of bounds. They'll hit you. It's great.
It is fun to watch as they've had fun in this offensive line of what they've done to be able to open up the holes they have for all 3 different styles of running. Where Stewart, you hear that slash run, but not afraid to hit the contact, and Zach Guyton looking to run over someone, and Jet just does Jet things. And so he will run over and away from people at the same time. And so just a fun night. You love to see, and you look back all the way to that Belton loss. Yeah. The changes that came through and the work that was put in by these young men over this last 3 weeks of you saw the come from behind win. Adversity didn't defeat them against Copper's Cove. And then coming out with that intensity, a new intensity against Leander, they just continue to build on things. And so hopefully putting that loss behind them, but letting it be that fuel to not let that happen again as they continue to move forward with that. I'm looking around to see if he's here. I haven't seen him in a while, but we got to say happy birthday to AJ. Big Tasty's turning 17 today, so hopefully he'll show back up. We'll say it again. I don't know where he went. He came out and talked to us before we got going, but we'll have to mention it here. But we'll take we'll see what Xavier. Oh.
All right.
Is he officially 18 today? Can he vote? Yeah, I figured if he's graduating, he better be close to 18. So Xavier Warren and the Big Tasty share October 1st. It's a good month for birthdays. And so first JV game is over here for Georgetown, and they will get ready now for JV football. The Chaparral Bobcats here in the end zone getting ready.
Yeah, Chaparral, the JV games tonight, Chaparral did not have a second JV team, so we faced off against Lake Travis JV team, and that was a good challenge for the youngsters, to say the least. So that's good. And then the next game is against Chaparral. So that'll be fun to watch.
So we'll take a quick timeout. I think he's moving back this direction after speaking with the JV team. And next we'll be joined by head coach Chuck Griffin live here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, live from Georgetown High School. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Visit Camp Brightside and enjoy great food and drinks in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Brightside is not just great food and drinks, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Brightside is located at 8701 Ranch Road 2338 Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Brightside is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show each Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food and fun like nowhere else in Georgetown, visit Camp Brightside and stay a while.
Like a dragon, make some mistakes, you won't keep me lacking, already been through it, I ain't the one tapping, let's see who's next up. Next up. It's just me and my passion, hear all the talking, they seeing no action. We get to step on.
Back live here at Georgetown High School for the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, joined now by Coach Chuck Griffin. Coach, we were able to talk about it and kind of back and forth talking about the intensity that Georgetown came out with against Leander the other night. Was a new intensity. And the things we have seen now in the last 3 ball games, from the tough loss against Belton, what these boys fought through and got ready for to face off against Copper Cove and a compromise win, and then a dominant win against the Leander Lions. The intensity seemed to show the other night from the walkthrough to the final whistle. These boys playing with a new fire.
Yeah, I think so. They're just getting better, and Belton was obviously a tough loss and didn't want that or expect that, but man, sometimes that just sets you right and kind of gets you focused up on how do you need to practice, how do you need to prepare. Sometimes expectations, when they're not given, they just kind of make themselves, and everybody just thinks things are going to happen instead of making them go happen. And so we had to learn that a little bit, and learn that the hard way, but learn that early in the season. And our kids are just continuing to get better every week. So.
A 31-point win against Leander, 58-27. A good district opener. You got the win at home, so you started off on the right foot. A little revenge for these players, especially the returners of a tough memory last year. Then you turn around, the only short week of the season, truly, with the Thursday night game tomorrow night. How do you keep them focused and keep them motivated, but yet at the same time turn around and get it ready for a day shorter week?
Yeah, really, it's a day shorter in prep, but not too much. We practice in the mornings, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday were normal mornings for us. We just squeezed in Thursday morning practice this afternoon, but we try to back off a little bit in some areas, and so their legs are fresh and ready to go. So it's more of that, scheme wise and all that. It doesn't change us too much. Our big deal is just focus, like get better every day. And Monday, have the best Monday you've ever had. Tuesday, have the best Tuesday you've ever had. Like that's got to be your mentality every day. And will you do that all the time? No. But if you'll stack enough of those days up, then you'll take care of the wins at the end of the week. So
as far as the season is going so far, you're constantly evaluating the program, much less just varsity. What are your thoughts, about varsity at this point? Some things maybe that you're really excited about, or some things that surprised you to this point? I know it's still early, but
it's early. I just I think we're playing good up front. Our offense has been very efficient, maybe not quite as explosive as we were at this point last year, but very efficient, and that's something that's key and that we've been looking at. Defensively, we've shown improvement every week, especially the last 2 weeks, and we knew that was an issue, just being young, and having a bunch of young guys who did not play varsity football out there. So, everything is kind of peaking and moving together at the right time. So we just got to keep doing that and keep our head down. Don't get too excited about the wins. Don't get too nervous about what's coming up, and just go to work every day and show up and be ready.
I bet your leadership team has got to be excited about that youth coming up on, not necessarily youth, but the new guys on defense, and your veterans have got to be giving you some feedback. Some excitement about
it's been good, and our linebacker play was probably the best it's been all year last week, and 4 guys really playing well there, and we just I think everybody's excited about where we are, and just want to stay focused on right now we're going to be focused on Killeen Chaparral tomorrow night. That's the focus. So.
A week like last week, you have some names pop up that have performances that you always like to recognize, and you issue out your players of the week for each of the teams. But some names that popped out, man, the athletic play on the onside recovery by Malachi Miller, the intensity of Quentin Rock, we saw him flying around a lot. The speed of Bratton and the sophomore making some big plays. Yeah. Regan Terosian, a layout catch like that. How big is it each and every week? It seems like right now this trend is going to different players every week. People are stepping up at different times, different ways. How big is that, and how key is that for this offense and defense to keep rocking and rolling?
I mean, I think that's huge. You know, and it's a team game for a reason, and you know, we want the team to be in a place where there's different heroes every week. You know, and if you put it all on one guy, it's going to be too easy to stop. So we want the momentum to shift and move from different players and different positions and try to be balanced across the board. So, man, it's great when you see that young kids or seniors making big plays and getting their opportunities. So it's great to see all that.
So kind of an interesting question I just thought about. You've got 6 football teams. You've got a lot of interesting kids wanting to play football right now. That's got to be quite a challenge to handle that. But talk to us about managing all 6 of those programs.
It's a full-time job. I do that way more than coach football. You know, it's that's a big part of it. You know, I told somebody, I said, really, it's about 1,000-person organization when you take in control of the football team and the parents and you go to the athletic trainers and the parents and all of that. I mean, there's 1,000 people you're directing every week and where they're going and what time to be there and all those kind of things. So that's just part of it, man. But the big deal is we got a great staff. And, you know, one of the reasons we're successful and one of the reasons we're good is because we've got a good staff of coaches that take pride in their job. They work really hard and they help us with all that. You know, it's definitely not me. You're doing a one-man show up there running everything.
And on top of that, all the other sports going on at Georgetown right now that the athletic coordinator has to have a hand in.
And there's even middle school on Tuesday nights. We've seen you out there. You know, my kids were coming up. We'd see you out of middle school, and then what's Pop Warner looking like in Georgetown right now? Is there a lot of excitement? I mean,
there's a little bit. You know, they'll come to the Eastview game, and I spoke at Pop Warner a week before last, and I mean, I think they've had the biggest numbers they've had since that president has been there. So it's growing a little bit, you know, and at times that's really good, at times not so good. Just kind of depends on the community. But there's a good group of Pop Warner, and our middle school teams are doing good. And we've you know, I think both our Benold and Forbes teams are both playing really well at this time, and we've got a coach at every game. Every week we've got somebody that's going to one of those games on Tuesday night, and so I saw our 8th grade play Wagner last night. So it was good to see him out there and good to see those guys get a win.
What do we look for this week out of the Chaparral Bobcats? They come in 2-2, a tough loss at opening district play against Cedar Park. They were 2-1 going in, so they saw some success in non-district. What do we expect to see out of the Bobcats?
You know, super athletic. I think Coach McCrae's doing a good job. He's got them moving in the right direction. You know, they're coming out of being opening the school as a slot T team and opening with, you know, no senior class and all those. And now he's kind of got them moving in the right direction. I think their freshman team is undefeated right now. So, I mean, I think they're moving in the right direction. They're getting better. They're going to be very athletic. Still got some things to work on, you know, that we'll try to take advantage of. And as you build a program and develop that, and we'll try to use that to our advantage, you know, of being a more experienced program and having some things in place. But like I said, man, they're going to be very athletic, and they can hurt you if you're not careful. So we got to play fast offensively, and then we got to line up really well defensively. And if we can do that, I think we'll be okay.
Who are some players that you maybe have seen in film that we haven't, that Wally might be calling their name quite a bit, we need to look out for?
You know, for us, it's the same olds. You know, the guys you guys have been calling out. I don't know that we'll have anybody specifically jump up. You know, Copeland Madre had a really big game last week. And
apologies, I meant for Killeen.
For Killeen.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. You know, their quarterback is a decent kid and is getting better. They could play a couple of different running backs. You know, and then they got a little. They're trying to search a little bit at the linebacker position and move some guys around. But you know, they'll play 4-man front, so you'll see some defensive pressure from that standpoint, and play 2 high safeties most of the time. And the corners are both pretty good. You know, but really our focus is always on us. Sure. You know, how do they line up? What scheme wise? What do they look like? And then okay, how do we get better? How do the Georgetown Eagles get better this week? So
any changes come offensively for us going back to a 4-3 defense that we're going to face, or just back to a normal?
Just normal stuff. I mean, we have some 3-4 stuff we run, some 4-man front stuff we run, but it's really not that same. It's just kind of getting it schemed up, ready to go.
Last week, the one thing I think we go back to that we could talk about in a game against Leander, some struggles on kick coverage.
Yeah.
That in something like that, where the three strands philosophy this year and the motto of this team, how do these players not get frustrated and not give up on each other, but yet you guys pick them up and continue to work on something like that to right that ship on a week-to-week basis?
Yeah, I mean, it's no different than maybe having a busted coverage, defensively or busting a play offensively. It's something we didn't do well. And then we try to take pride in our special teams and be really good at those because they don't get as many chances. So that's one of our expectations, is to play those really well. And we struggled a little bit in our kickoff coverage. We had a couple of them that were really good.
Yeah.
And then we had one that was terrible and a couple that were okay. But the rest of our special teams played really well. We collected 3 onside kicks. We got 1 onside kick ourselves. We were 2 for 2 on field goals. We were 5 for 5 on PATs. So there's other things that were really good. And we've got to concentrate on those and then fix the things that need to be fixed and just keep moving forward.
And this week of practice, how has that gone? Coming off a big win to keep heads from elevating. And keep things
it's
level.
been really good. I mean, I think we're okay from that standpoint. I don't think that's not our personality too much. It's probably more the expectations that were out there and trying to figure out, okay, are we going to meet those? So we've kind of had to rein that in and focus on, hey, you just take care. Like, last year was last year. What anybody else from the outside says doesn't really matter. It's what you guys say in this locker room, how you determine, you set the expectations, you set the mindset of practice every day, you set the expectation for the game on Friday. And so that's been the shift, is trying to make them, hey, just focus on us. Don't worry about all that outside stuff.
Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, it's a kickoff on a Thursday night up at Killeen at Chaparral High School at Joseph L. Searles III Stadium. Thankfully, Kelly had it on the runner across the screen right there. But come join us tomorrow at Killeen, 7 o'clock. We'll have the kickoff there at Chaparral High School to cheer on your Georgetown Eagles. If not, we'll be live on the SHN Sports YouTube channel. We'll bring it to you all live from the stadium. We'll take a short time out from the Coaches Show, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Tennyson Dean, one of your senior defensive linemen here on the Coaches Show. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.
For all the fly fishing, hunting, and outdoor enthusiasts, River and Ranch Provisions is your one-stop shop for the gear you need. River and Ranch offers a large selection of outdoors and hunting supplies. Cody, Brad, Sam, and Tim have put together a high-end outdoors outfitter with high-quality services to make everyone feel welcome and important, regardless of your experience level. Come see what we have to offer at 807 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, or visit our website at rrpgtx.com.
Visit Camp Brightside and enjoy great food and drinks in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Brightside is not just great food and drinks, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Brightside is located at 8701 Ranch Road 2338 Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Brightside is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show each Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food and fun like nowhere else in Georgetown, visit Camp Brightside and stay a while.
If y'all with it, y'all hear me in the first place. Independent, they gon' sign you in the worst way. And I know you only have to.
Back here live at Georgetown High School. We're in the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, getting ready for the second JV game as they go through warm-ups here. Joined now by number 8, Tennyson Dean, your senior defensive lineman. It is right, 8?
Yes, sir.
All of a sudden, I was like, wait a second.
Yes, sir.
This up. I've only called it 100 times. So
It's not the water boy.
it is. Yeah. No, he has graduated
It's
and
9.
moved on.
It's 8.
He moved on. Tennyson, it's the senior year. I just had a visit. We were chatting about a visit to Southern Arkansas this past week. This senior season, how much fun are you having? And there's a lot on your plate right now. How is that going? And what's it all? Are you able to take it in and absorb it, or is it we're going to fly through each week and catch up later.
I mean, yeah, man, I kind of got to slow down sometimes, just take it all in. You know, like this is the last chance I'm going to get with my buddies. You know, there's nothing like it. So I got to slow myself down sometimes and just realize, you know, that this is all I got, you know. But I'm enjoying it. It's fun.
This senior class seems to be coming into a good identity now. Into 4 games, a big win to open up district play. A little bit of a revenge there for some of you guys, especially the returners and the starters that got upended at Leander last year. How good of a feeling was that once it was over? The intensity you guys came out with and played with was very visible to everybody in the stands. What's going through you guys' mind as you walk out of that field with a big win, a kind of a get-back win from taking it from Leander, but yet a good way to start your district run?
Man, we definitely came out with a different mindset than we did last year. But you know, at the end of the game, we'd been winning since, you know, before halftime. So, you know, it wasn't like that. Oh, finally revenge. You know, it was just kind of like, you know, that's Georgetown. That's what we do. That's how we're supposed to play. You know, so it was a good feeling for sure. Getting to play against some of those guys. You know, got a little scrappy, but it was good to beat their butts for sure.
We've watched you grow up here on the football field with Coach Dean and now Coach Griffin, and it's got to be so emotional, you know, to finally. It's got to be tough your last year and everything, but you know, gosh, a lot of years, and you're a coach's son, you know. And how is it? I would never ask Coach Dean, but it's got to be interesting, like watching him put the helmet together inside there, knowing this is the last one. What's that like for y'all? It's got to be a fun experience to share that.
Yeah, man, I always hear the stories about my dad coaching, you know, and I don't know who that guy is. You know, he's such a different guy, you know, being a dad than he is a coach. You know, he's always there to support. You know, he never tells me it's like, I mean, he encourages me to do better, but it's never like I never feel the pressure of a head coach coaching me. You know, it's always from a dad standpoint. I know it's out of love.
Yeah.
But it's cool to get to see him do that stuff and, you know, be a parent and kind of be on the inside instead of having to direct everything. But it's definitely a cool experience.
It's been fun watching him. You know, you'll see him sitting down on the bricks, you know, watching the game, and you know, even at the media day, putting on the jersey and doing all that.
Yep.
And just it's been fun to see that, and knowing Coach Dean for so long.
Yep.
It's special.
Yes, sir.
As you make this run in your senior year, as one of the leaders on this defense that has the experience year after year to be on this, how much are you taking that to heart to prep the underclassmen that are going to take this role next year once Tennyson Dean graduates, once Tennyson Dean goes somewhere else, once this senior class leaves their mark? How big are you taking that role on to make sure that preparation is given to those underclassmen?
I mean, the best thing that you can do is just lead by example. You know, I think that's the best thing for those younger guys. And at practice, you know, before the first game, at practice, my intensity level is very high, and I'll get on to somebody, you know, if they're not doing right, because there's a standard. But you know, my coach pulled me in before the first game. Was like, hey, you know, we got some first-time varsity players out there, you know, and you can't get on to them in the middle of a big game, you know, because they'll kind of lose their heads. And so my mindset definitely changes on a Friday night. You know, you gotta encourage more. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you know, they're gonna get some chewing from me for sure.
As you go through this, the goals for Tennyson Dean, we were able to talk a few weeks ago about what you're looking forward to. The thoughts once we graduate the next level to play football, how's that search going? And is it kind of there but in the back burner right now, or how does that all go for you? And how do you keep that settled and kind of put away to not let the focus be lost on the field on Friday night?
Yeah, man. I mean, first and foremost, you know, I got to play my butt off for the Georgetown Eagles. You know, and if I do that, then everything else will follow. But truly, I'm trusting in the Lord's plan. You know, there's not a bunch of stress about that, because I know that, you know, the Creator of the universe has a plan for me, and whatever needs to happen is going to happen. But first and foremost, it's about the Georgetown Eagles. You know, that college can wait.
How was the trip to the Mule Riders, Southern Arkansas University?
It was good. It was rowdy for sure. They those fans they're different. We got to experience the tailgating before the game, and it was a surreal experience, and I really enjoyed it. But it's not a huge stadium, but as many fans as there are packed into that stadium, it made it feel like it was loud. It was a crazy environment for sure.
One thing that we've noticed and we've talked about in the booth during the week amongst us that do the broadcast, there's 3 players on this team that are committed to the next level at a high level.
Papa Constantino?
Yeah, baby.
Penn?
D1, let's go.
I mean,
let's
you
go.
Fair enough.
Let's go.
There's probably more than I can count.
There could-
But
I'm
as we
still-
stand and look at 2 of them that are here at Fort Promise, there's guys that are out there going to that next level. You look at as we look at Caden Scherer and Jaden Jet Walker, and we talk about the Xavier Warren and Constantino. What we've enjoyed watching is the fact that this senior class and the guys with that much talent have not walked away from coaching up and pushing their teammates, working your butts off to continue to get better and play the best you can. How big of a challenge is it for you guys to stay that and keep that focus here, knowing there is a greater goal after Georgetown, but you guys have kept it focused on your teammates and given what you've got here?
I mean, like I said earlier, it's about the Eagles right now, and I think those guys know that. That's kind of the Eagle culture, that it's about the team. It's about the team. And Coach Griff pushes that, and that's super important for our guys, just to have a selfless mindset. They're not worried about themselves. They're worried about the team and how the team performs. So those guys do a really good job and stay level-headed. They kind of throw away their pride and be down to earth with those guys.
I'm pretty lucky being on the sidelines. I get to see some of that firsthand, seeing X working with another wide receiver, showing them how to get rid of that harm, and all the challenging things that the DBs do. And then even after the game, talking up the guys, it's so much fun to see that leadership in action for
Yes,
real
sir.
on the field.
And as this defense continues to get better and better, some youngsters into varsity starting slots this year that haven't been there. How much fun is that, becoming this confidence of this defense as you guys go now from looking back to week 1 and 2 and now looking at week 3 and 4 and the changes you guys made at half against Copperas Cove to lead a big come from behind win and then a big game against Leander and in dominating fashion playing on the defensive side of the ball. How much fun are you having now that this defense seems to be finding their kind of niche for this season?
Yeah, I mean, they just kind of were figuring out who they were. They were trying to be last year's defense a little bit. But I told those guys, Copperas Cove game, that's Death Row D. That's like this game is who we are, and they're kind of settling into that new identity that this is my defense, this is my team, and we are Death Row defense, and so it's good to see those guys kind of settle into that, and it's of course it's fun when those guys are playing good on the back end because that means I can get to the quarterback, so it's a good feeling.
And that's always a good feeling for everyone else watching when you get to that quarterback. As you look towards your time at Georgetown, any memories stick out that you're going to take with you the most, or just absorbing it all and living for the moments?
I mean, you put me on the spot here, but I mean, really just taking it all in. Of course, I'll look back and those big games and when we win overtime or something like that. Those will be good memories. But it's also after school weight room messing around with the guys and early morning practice when no one acts like they want to be there.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that I'm going to remember too. Just because that's something I'm going to cherish, and we're not going to have it next year. So,
what's the senior workload for you this year in the classroom?
Oh, I mean, hope my dad's not watching this, but I took it easy on the classes this year. I'm taking ACC dual credit classes, but that's really my only workload that I got this year is those 2 ACC classes.
He gets the email.
Yeah.
As long as the grades stay at a certain point, I'm sure he'll be fine with it. Any shout-outs before we let Tennyson get out of here?
Shout out Xavier, happy birthday. Shout out AJ, happy birthday. And shout out Death Row Defense.
It's number 8, Tennyson Dean, your senior defensive lineman here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll go to the offensive side of the ball, and Regan Tarosian will join us live here on the Coaches Show. Stay with us.
Visit Camp Brightside and enjoy great food and drinks in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Brightside is not just great food and drinks, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Brightside is located at 8701 Ranch Road 2338 Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Brightside is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show each Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food and fun like nowhere else in Georgetown, visit Camp Brightside and stay a while.
For all the fly fishing, hunting, and outdoor enthusiasts, River and Ranch Provisions is your one-stop shop for the gear you need. River and Ranch offers a large selection of outdoors and hunting supplies. Cody, Brad, Sam, and Tim have put together a high-end outdoors outfitter with high-quality services to make everyone feel welcome and important, regardless of your experience level. Come see what we have to offer at 807 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown or visit our website at rrpgtx.com.
Back here live at Georgetown High School. We are back for the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. The JV getting ready to start here against Killeen Chaparral right behind us. But we're joined by, we'll just get it right, T-Row. Is that all right, guys? We go with T-Row. He wears number 2 on the offensive side of the ball. You can find him at the H-back or the tight end or flying around the field anywhere you can imagine he will go, because the transition this year from wide receiver to the tight end slot, but the speed of a wide receiver. How much fun are you having? And talk about this catch. I enjoyed the tweet you put out, or the X, whatever you call them now, that you put out this week. A couple of catches across there, that one layout across the middle.
Yes, sir.
Went full Superman on it. How much fun are you having out there? And it seems like tight end is not the lock for you. It's wherever we can get T-Row open and available as another weapon for this offense.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, the transition is obviously like, it comes with a learning curve, like especially during the spring. It was my first time playing tight end. But as I've started to like get to know the position and the run game and all that kind of stuff, it's just been so much fun. And I've like gotten to hit more people, and I've gotten to make some big blocks and help the team out in a ton of different ways that I haven't even been able to do before. And then I still love playing receiver, and I get to go out and do those kind of things and make those kinds of catches, and it's still a great feeling to be able to go do that kind of stuff, and I just love it.
What's going through your mind in a play like that the other night? You lay out, give it all, sacrifice the body, lay out across the ground, make a big catch like that. How do you stay grounded in that moment? I mean, it's excitement. We went crazy up in the booth.
Yeah.
How much fun is that? And in the moment, are you thinking, or it's a reaction? I'm going to go out and do my job.
I mean, when the ball's in the air, that's really what it is. It's just like the ball's there, and I need to go get it. But when after the fact, it's just a lot of excitement. I'm just like, that was a good catch, and I know it, and I can just hear the crowd and all that kind of stuff, and it just gets me fired up, and I like it a lot.
It's got to be fun for Caleb to be able to know that he's got his wide receivers, but he's also got a big body tight end out there, because it's so fun watching the tight ends in college and NFL, how they get involved in the game. And they can't be tackled, and that's fun.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, as soon as I got moved to tight end, I was supposed to be putting on lots of weight, and once I got to like kind of fit into that new frame, I guess, and sort of get my confidence back, I like to fit that role a lot, and it's fun. I like it a lot.
This receiving core, a lot of weapons this year.
Yes,
You've got Xavier Warren out there that everyone knows about. Copeland Madre came out in the spring and just went crazy and built his confidence and played at another level. And then you've got Braylon Westfall. You've got T-Row out there, and now you've got Bratton coming in and playing, making plays last week. How much fun is it in that wide receiver room, but how much do you guys challenge each other to get better, to make the plays, to be ready? Because Caleb's going to sling it to everybody. He's going to find the people open and get it out there. How big of a challenge is it, and how much fun is it with a crew like this outside?
I mean, it's a ton of fun, mostly because there's lots of competition always going on, so you just got to push yourself, and it really helps you get better, and especially for the younger guys like Bratton and Braylon too, it like helps them get a lot better too, which is awesome. And then, of course, they're just all fun people to hang around, and we get a lot of time together. So it's just like it's always a fun time hanging out with them.
You get this change in your senior year to tight end. You seem to be absorbing it and having fun with it. How are you able to take it all in? A lot of changes, but yet at the same time soak in the fact that your senior year.
Yeah, I mean it was a lot at first, but as I started getting into it, there's just so much to learn, and I just was just trying to be a sponge to it all, and especially being in a coaching staff with guys who just want to put me where I need to be, and especially Coach Flo. He really likes to push me. He pushes me hard, and he really gets on me, and it helps me out though. And I mean, like it's good.
What's the future? What's the goals for T-Row as you go through your senior year? What's the future look like? What are the goals for yourself?
Yeah, I really want to go play ball somewhere. I mean, we're going to see what kind of opportunities I get after the season. And right now, I mean, I'm just focused on playing the best I can, helping the team, doing that kind of thing. But I hope to go play football and go get a degree somewhere.
Run block or slipping out and catching a pass?
Oh, I like to catch passes,
Yeah.
but I like blocking too. I mean, it's all really fun. It's a great combination. Like, I mean, even when I used to just play receiver, I liked blocking the corners when I got a chance. So it's a great combination. That's what I love about it.
Get a pancake and get a catch.
It's great. I love it.
What's the emphasis in this wide receiver room for you guys? It seems like it's second-hand in nature for you guys to be ready to block downfield and hold those blocks and continue to open up opportunities for the running backs or other wide receivers with the ball. Is that something emphasized for you guys, or is it just natural and you guys run with it and have a blast?
Oh, it's emphasized. I mean, we put a lot of work into that. I mean, like, it's when we get to practice, we run drills and stuff, and we work on being aggressive, and we work on the technique kind of thing. And it's just, like, it's really emphasized because we know that it's a huge part, especially of the run game, because if we can get that safety blocked or a corner blocked, we might have a touchdown if he can just break 2 levels instead of 3.
How much fun then does it make it for you guys to celebrate with each other? You make a big catch, they come and celebrate you. How quick are you to get up, and each of you guys to get up and then go celebrate the next guy that makes that catch and makes that next big move or that next big block?
Yeah.
Is it make it funner, make it easier for you guys to just want to see the success out of everybody?
Yeah, it definitely does, especially just because of, like, all the work that we know that everybody else is putting in. Whenever we see it really translate to the field, it's a really big moment, especially whenever we see, you know, Bratton with his touchdown, things like that, me with the catch, Jet with his runs, that kind of thing. We all like to go and encourage each other, and it makes it a whole lot more fun to just be able to bond with, like, your guys.
A nice turnover for the JV. They take it and get it at the 1. Now punch it in for the touchdown to take the lead. Right here behind us, we're live at the high school tonight for the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. The senior year, what's the class load like? What's the work for you in the classroom?
So last year I took a lot of all that advanced stuff, and I kind of got myself caught up. So this year I'm kind of just going through. I mean, I got like 3 classes a day. It's not too bad. It's pretty light.
What's the hardest class you got this year?
Probably English, but we really don't do that much in there either. Not yet. I mean, it's a college class, but we're still not like the other day we watched a movie. It was great.
You gotta love them.
All right.
You gotta love them.
Yeah.
Shout-outs before I let you get out of here. I'm listening to the Coach Canfield up at the booth. Shout-outs before I let you get out of here.
Shout out the birthday boys on the team. Shout out my family. Shout out Code Blue offense. All that.
There we go. Finally, someone says it. The Code Blue offense, as they like to put up points. I think it was only 58 this week. So the season average per game continues to climb for this Georgetown team.
Coach Flo has got options.
And I love it. It seems like that's one question. We'll go before I let you go. It seems like this year the middle has become a bigger weapon for you guys.
Yes, sir.
With yourself across the middle, Madre, Westfall, now Bratton coming across the middle, seeing that when you have also the weapons on the outside. How much fun is that? And what do you see if you're going out and you have a linebacker on you? Is it just excitement or?
Oh, I love it because especially just coming from playing like receiver full time and getting used to going against those defensive backs, and then especially over the summer playing receiver too. I mean, like getting used to that kind of speed and then going to see somebody who's a little bit bigger, not as quick. It's excitement for sure.
Take advantage of the big boy.
Most
Absolutely.
definitely.
We'll take a timeout when we come back. Offense, defense, it's trivia time. It's NFL trivia, 2000 to the present. I've got questions I know you won't answer, but that's okay. We'll be right back here live at Georgetown High School for the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. Stay with us.
For all
Double barrel with the word. Ay, if y'all with it, y'all hear me in the first place. Independent, they gon' sign you in the worst way. And I know you only out there with a church stay. ATS collected, we gon' get it at the birthplace. Got called, had to answer with the worst say. Spirit from meeting, so I took the mic to praise Jay. See what he do in my life, fifth on the 3rd day. No sleep, but new highs, the red eye. Eyes red from nice wind, I stay tied. No high and no lie, and no shy. With them boy, they got for him the most I ever did was take time to drink wine and to break bread to consecrate the main guy. Sit tired and take time to praise Jah. The music maker, the ground shaker, the supply. I'ma take y'all in it. Life like Christ, gotta stand on business like. Won't play with no sinning. 33 years to forever, we winning like. No cap, I'm fitted. God on my army and he took my sentence like. Tell death good riddance. Fighting good fights, can't quit. I'ma quit it like. Gotta watch what I use my phone for. Wish up God even behind closed doors. I wanna praise him when I'm rich poor. I'm all in, no sneaking through the back door. Jesus Christ, he's my God, he's my mentor. Preach the word forever, we gotta restore. I'll do it on campus this year, I'll be a sophomore. I have a feeling there's gonna be an uproar. I'ma take y'all in it. Life like Christ, gotta stand on business like. Won't play with no sinning. 33 years to forever, we winning like. No cap, I'm fitted. God on my army and he took my sentence like. Tell death good riddance. Fighting good fights, can't quit. I'ma quit it like. Got a voice in my car to preform. On stage in the house in the new world. Too many lost in a dark storm. Bring the light to the word to a heart warm. What's his real ones? He don't want a lukewarm. Say it loud cause I'm calling for a reform. From the top to the ground, yeah, the veil torn. Bringing heaven to the earth through the firstborn. All praise to the Lamb who was slain. For the future and the ones who have came. Tell the flesh that he dead in the grave. Found life when I called on his name.
It's Royalty bringing us back here at the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. Am I out of the picture? Yeah. Can you see it? You good? Yeah. Check that mic, Dave.
Looks good.
All right, we've got on the right side of Dave, we got the defense. On the left side of Dave, we have the offense. Let them introduce themselves one at a time. Name, number, position.
Cade Erickson, number 3, corner. Cole Mitchell, 11, linebacker.
Jesse Espinoza, 36, D-tackle.
Jackson Bates, number 24, safety.
He cut you out there, Jesse.
It's good. It's all good. Jet Walker, 28, running back.
Caden Scherer, 71, offensive lineman.
Regan Tarosian, tight end receiver, number 2.
Gus Papa Constantino, 17, tight end fullback.
And I do. I think. I hope. 2. All right, here we go. Football, 2000 to the current. Quarterback Caleb McDougal has to recognize the hand raisers. Call them out for Dave. In Super Bowl 47. Since 2000, so don't look. I know you're going to miss it, but that's okay. Who returned the second half kickoff 109 yards for a touchdown?
Was it Percy Harvin?
No, it was not. Offense, get a guess. Do you even know who was in Super Bowl 47? No.
Teams who played?
I'm not going to tell them. Only one player returned it 109 yards. I don't know. Y'all have any idea? You have no idea. It was close, but no, it wasn't him. Jacoby Jones. Jacoby Jones. Does anybody know who he is? There we go. Here we go. All right, question number 2. Tom Brady. Y'all have heard of him? Okay. So they might get this one, Coach. There's a chance. He retired in 2023. Where did he go to college?
Michigan.
No, I had to give one that someone would know. So 1-0 offense. Question number 3. Since 2000, what running back has the most rushing yards in the NFL?
EP, Adrian Peterson.
Incorrect. I think you're right, Coach. I don't think they know this guy. In the most years since 2000, the most rushing yards since 2000 to the current.
Is it Frank Gore?
It is Frank Gore. 1-1. All right, this is a 2-part question. Since 2000, what quarterback has thrown the most interceptions, and what defensive player has the most interceptions total in that time frame? So there's 2 parts to it. So you can get one part right, one part wrong, and the other team gets a chance.
Did Jameis Winston throw the most?
No. But you can still guess the defensive player if you want. You got Frank Gore, so I wouldn't be surprised if you got it. thought they might have some defensive, no. Yeah.
Is it Troy Polamalu?
No. It's a good guess, though. Our offense. Jameis Winston is incorrect, and Troy Polamalu is incorrect.
Joe Flacco for the quarterback.
Incorrect. Defense? The most interceptions? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we're going to get these. Coach didn't think so. Hold on. They get one guess at defense of the most interceptions.
Richard Sherman.
No.
Was it Ed Reed?
Yes, it was Ed Reed with the most interceptions. He had 64 in that time frame. Quarterback. If I tell you the team, you ready? Yes. One quarterback played for one team his whole career and won Super Bowls. New York Giants.
Oh, Eli Manning.
Thank you. All right, this one is a two-part. They only get 1 point for that, but they're up 2-1 now. What 4 teams have never made the Super Bowl? Okay, let him go. We'll let him go. Go ahead.
Texans, Browns, Detroit, and Tennessee.
3 out of 4.
Yeah, Texans, Browns, Detroit, and Jacksonville.
That is it. That is correct.
Jacksonville.
So they're up 3-2. The Browns haven't made it. Now, Jacksonville was the one y'all missed. All right. So now they're up 3-1. So they're going to win the week. Can anyone tell me how many teams have never won the Super Bowl? Defense missed it. 4 teams have never made it to the Super Bowl. How many teams have never won the Super Bowl? Obviously, those 4 are included.
15.
Incorrect. 12. So it's pretty close, though. So the defense has evened it up at 2 apiece now, I believe. Yeah. So, defense, the topic next week for trivia. It can't be NBA, it cannot be NFL, and it can't be Georgetown High School trivia and something else. Didn't we do college? We did college. One. Did we do golf? No, we did high school, Georgetown High School, and we did NBA, NCAA, and now NFL. Golf. UFC. We'll do it. Is it UFC just like the history of UFC? 2010 up. Man, you're going to make me work on trivia. All right, cool. We'll do 2010 up on UFC next week. Dave, throw us to commercial. We come back. It'll be the Booster Club update live here at the Coaches Show.
We'll be right back.
Visit Camp Brightside and enjoy great food and drinks in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Brightside is not just great food and drinks, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Brightside is located at 8701 Ranch Road 2338 Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Brightside is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show each Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food and fun like nowhere else in Georgetown, visit Camp Brightside and stay a while.
For all the fly fishing, hunting, and outdoor enthusiasts, River and Ranch Provisions is your one-stop shop for the gear you need. River and Ranch offers a large selection of outdoors and hunting supplies. Cody, Brad, Sam, and Tim have put together a high-end outdoors outfitter with high-quality services to make everyone feel welcome and important, regardless of your experience level. Come see what we have to offer at 807 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown or visit our website at rrpgtx.com.
It's like it's been war going on. Better be prepared. Yeah, I ain't alone in the boat. Yeah, the spirit of work. Turn the microphone.
Back live here in a minute. There we are at the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, live from Georgetown High School. JV is up 14-0 here in the first quarter. Trying to get an update from the freshman scores in Killeen tonight against the Bobcats. Joined now by the president of the Booster Club, Jeremy McDougall. Jeremy, what we first talked about, they more than anything, the most important is we have 3 weeks of tailgates after this week at home, thanks to the battle against Eastview on the 17th, smashing in between 2 home games. So we're going to have 3 opportunities to come out and tailgate and get ready to support these boys. But more importantly, what an awesome deal that you have for us.
Yeah, so at those tailgates, we usually take cash donations to help with the food and everything to provide those things. But we're taking all those donations for actually last week and then these next 3 weeks coming up at home. We're going to take all of that and donate that to the Matty Scholes Scholarship for one of our trainers. We're even talking about maybe the last one. Hopefully we can do the same thing. Typically, the Booster Club still gives to that, but we're going to try to up what we normally give every year.
So please come out. The tailgates are a blast. There are companies in Georgetown that sponsor those each week, and it's awesome. Last week was Tejas Meat Market. Week 1 that we had was South Star Bank, and they come out and they cook it, they serve it, and it's an opportunity to just sit and enjoy a meal together as fans and parents. You've got parents, you've got Sun City Boosters over there, you've got coaches, spouses over there. It's just an opportunity to come together and share a meal that's being provided by a company in the community, giving back. But then to surround the street and welcome these boys coming through. But what an opportunity to now step that up and donate some money even more to the Matty Scholes Foundation. That is awesome. And so please come out. Next week will be put you on the spot.
You put me on the spot. I don't know what next week is. I just know what we're doing this week. I think Stan's here, but he's up in the stands watching the game. So
this week, tomorrow, we are on the road at Killeen.
What? Oh, next week at home is G10.
It is G10.
Yeah, the company, Matt Smith and Richard Will, they run that company, and they'll be out here cooking and doing whatever for us.
But this week, tomorrow night, remember, tomorrow night is game night at Killeen Chaparral High School to take on the Bobcats. It's our only Thursday. I just realized Kelly put Friday on the runner on Friday. It is tomorrow night in Killeen Chaparral, and we have our road tailgates going tomorrow night. Tell us about that one.
And that one's going to be at Ranchito, I believe, is what's on the list. It's 10640 South Fort Hood Street. So if you get a chance, look it up and come on out. I bet it starts about 5:15. We'll be in there.
And a lot of people get in. Some people start filtering in about 4:30. Get in there early, grab something to eat. Tomorrow we can't get into the stadium until 5 o'clock anyway, so I think there may be an early lunch.
Almost touchdown.
Shot at the end zone there, just incomplete. We get to watch the reaction of Coach's wife. Melanie's over here. She jumps up. I think we have our youngest Coach's Show fan ever here tonight to enjoy the show. If I'm not mistaken, it's Coach Yeager's baby. Okay,
yeah.
I thought it was. Yeah. I'm used to seeing you in the stands, and so I looked up and I was like, man, I hope I'm not wrong. But Coach Yeager, his wife and baby are here tonight.
Dang sure ain't Coach Griffin. He's done been down that.
We'll see all that silver there in that goatee. But an opportunity to come out tomorrow night. I'm going to try to get out early get up there to Killeen, have a meal, and then get to the stadium at 5 so we can get set up. But an opportunity over the next 3 weeks. I love that, man. We can't say it enough, and we'll talk about it next week at the Coaches Show. We'll mention it again tomorrow in the broadcast and the pregame of coming out and supporting. Those tailgates are fun. It's an opportunity just to sit around and enjoy a break, but yet watch it. And I tell you what, last week when those boys walked through, just the passion, you saw that intensity coming through, and I guarantee they feel the crowd and the support as they come across. And
it's great to have the band there, too, playing while they come through. That's good.
Yeah, and we've been kind of talking about that in the Booster Club meetings anyways. I mean, the boys, the coaches, everybody feels that along with what goes on in the bleachers on third down and big plays and all those types of things. So
come out and join us tomorrow night, Killeen, Texas at El Pachito.
Mi Ranchito.
That one, too. Whatever it is, Mi Ranchito. Yeah. I'm going to go to the wrong. I'm going to be at Taco Bell right on the street.
An update from Heath Knuckles, our sideline cameraman, Blue. Actually, freshman White won 18-6. Blue is playing right now. They're 0-0 in the first. So that's from Killeen.
So the freshman on the road tonight up at Killeen. The JV right now lead it 14-0 here in the first quarter against the Chaparral Bobcats. But thanks to Regan Tarosian. Happy birthday. I see the parents of Big Tasty. He has taken off along with Xavier Warren. Their birthdays today. So we like to give a shout-out to the kiddos and opportunities like that. But a great time visiting with Tennyson Dean and Regan Tarosian and getting ready for the game tomorrow night. For Jeremy, thank you so much for joining us. And that's the thing, as we get down to this part of the season, it's really the tailgate's going. But, man, what an announcement tonight. Just the ability to give back, and those donations go to, and you know what it is, and it's for a great cause. This athletic training department is second to none. Chad Hennessy and Vanessa Rideau run a great program, and these kids are so dedicated, and so what an opportunity to support them and build that scholarship in honor of one of the greats, the Scholes family and Madeline Scholes, and the sacrifice and her life and what it means to carry on that tradition and what she meant so much to Georgetown. So. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're done. We'll wrap it up. It's time to go watch some more football here behind us as JV looking to try to score and run it up another touchdown here.
Well, we'll see.
For Doppler Day, that's Jeremy McDougall. I'm Wally Harmon. Thanks to Coach for being out here with us tonight. Thanks for joining us live here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. We'll see you tomorrow night, 6:15. We'll have the pregame started from Chaparral High School to bring you Georgetown football on the SHN Sports YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us tonight. Remember, it never costs you a dime to be kind. Have a good night, everybody.
Visit Camp Brightside and enjoy great food and drinks in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Brightside is not just great food and drinks, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Brightside is located at 8701 Ranch Road 2338 Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Brightside is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show each Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food and fun like nowhere else in Georgetown, visit Camp Brightside and stay a while.
For all the fly fishing, hunting, and outdoor enthusiasts, River and Ranch Provisions is your one-stop shop for the gear you need. River and Ranch offers a large selection of outdoors and hunting supplies. Cody, Brad, Sam, and Tim have put together a high-end outdoors outfitter with high-quality services to make everyone feel welcome and important, regardless of your experience level. Come see what we have to offer at 807 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown or visit our website at rrpgtx.com.